Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our church. We're really pleased to have you with us tonight. Well, I can't see the church coming online yet, so we'll keep an eye out for them. There might be a problem there. It's quite windy and stormy here in Thundersley tonight. But if not, don't worry. We've got Martin on the line, so Martin might have to come to you sooner rather than later, if that's okay. But in the meantime, you're very welcome to join us here in the comments and watching on YouTube and on Facebook. If you have any names for healing, please pop them into the comments now, and I will capture those and we'll do a short healing prayer. And in the meantime, let's go to the Lord's Prayer as we open the service, as we always do.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, for ever and ever. Amen.
Amen. Okay, guys, thank you for your healing names. Keep those coming. We'll do a short healing prayer in a moment. Great to see you online though. Hello, Christine, Pamela, Karen, Jacqueline, all regular names from our Sundays. Really good to have you with us every week. Anyone who's new online tonight, then you're also very welcome. Let us know in the comments if you haven't been to Thundersley before. It'd be great to see you. If you have any more names for the healing prayer, we will obviously capture those in our prayers in a moment. Lovely, thank you guys. Lots of names coming in here. I'll just mark those up on our system. Let's go over to our candle of light for the healing. There we go. So, friends, tonight we ask thoughts and prayers to go out to all those named healing books in churches all over the world, including at our church in Thundersley. Both earlier today on Facebook and comments now. So tonight we ask you to go out to Betsy, Jason, Tracy, Kelsey, Christine, Tom, Bennett, Shirley Hall, Scott, Jacqueline, and Family. Healing for all in need and for all the animal kingdom. Family and the foster. Danny, Robert, Lucy, Debbie, Linda, Daisy, Christine, John, Kay, and all Linda's family and friends. All our animals. We send healing thoughts and upliftment to all those we name here on the service tonight, and in healing around the world. Healing for Linda's son Jake, and for world peace. Take a moment now, a minute's silence, to think about all of those names and any that you think of privately now in your minds. And after that minute's silence, we will play the Healing Vesper. Lovely. That's so lovely. We can all come together still, although we don't have the church with us tonight. We're all sending the energy online. So thank you, everyone. Okay, friends. Well, look, let's go over to Martin a little bit earlier, but ahead of schedule. But I think Martin's got an address for us, and then, of course, tonight's messages from Spirit. Hi, Martin. I'll leave it
Hello,
with
Rob.
you.
Thank you, mate. Cheers, Rob. Good evening, all. Nice to be back with all of you guys, thunderously online. Many of you, I recognise the names from previous. So good evening, all, and good evening to everyone that has not seen me work in church or before. Normally, I have a real subject to talk about, and I don't like talking about dandelions and daffodils and stuff. That's just not me. But tonight was really, I just thought, positivity, really. Most of us online, I imagine, not all. One of my good friends, he absolutely loves the winter time. And for me, when it gets to like early November until about end of February, March time now, sometimes it can be all dark and gloomy. The energy feels low. And now we've made it to what I always deem my mum's birthday, which is the 25th of March, bless her. And I always say to myself, once we hit my mum's birthday, then it's time to rock and roll with the spring, and the energy is going to rise. And most people then start that more positivity around them, start planning, organising the gardens and spring cleaning and whatever else. And that's what I've got 2 weeks off now. I've had that 2 weeks off in years. And rather than do the fatal mistake this year of getting to June and then realising the back garden's still a mess and the front drive and everything, the intention is to have this 2 weeks off to spring clean and rest a little bit. So hopefully some of you online are going to be able to do similar and have a bit of time off and get everything sorted for what hopefully will be a nice spring and summer. I absolutely love April, May and June. They're my favourite 3 months. We're all built differently, but them, for me, are the ones. Yeah, hi guys. Hi guys. Hello to everyone. For me, I noticed a few people online mention about the animal kingdom, and that's something that's absolutely sits with me massively. I was born into a family, my mum and my sisters, but particularly one of my sisters, and my mum just loved animals, birds, horses, dogs, cats, whatever. Particularly for me, dogs and birds. Birds. I've been around birds most of my life. Currently got, I think most of you know, an African grey parrot called Henry, who's 20. And Elvis, we call him Elvis the Pelvis, the Senegal parrot. He's about 15, bless him. And then we've got the 3 dogs. And blessed with every single one of them. They're all individual characters, as are us humans. There's no different. We've all got souls. We've all got a spirit inside that little feathered body or inside this big piece of flesh. I think sometimes many souls on this human experience don't really understand this. They look at animals and they treat them inferior, treat them badly at times. But the one thing is that everything is recorded with spirit, every single thing. And quite often, some people can't keep animals themselves. They're allergic, they haven't got a garden, or whatever else. But there are people that don't actually like animals, and that always raises a little bit of a question mark with me to who they really are deep down. But yeah, it's nice that just looking on here, Karen Gibbons, I see love animals. It's nice that many of you do, because what the animal kingdom has given humanity is just unprecedented. Even in my 52 odd years of life, growing up with dogs and birds and cats, and there was a horse in the family at one stage. The comfort that they have given me over the years, truly are. I'd imagine for me, many of them my best friends in life. You know, apart from my mother and my wife Victoria. I mean, some of these animals have really given me so much comfort and fun and laughter in time. You know, when you've got a parrot in your family that's vocabulary is nearly as good as most people I know, the amount of humour that I've seen from Henry down there, and one of my previous parrots, I had a parrot called Buster who only lived till 9 years old, and he swore like a trooper. You know, he really did. Henry doesn't. But when you look at it, what they have actually done for us over time, I love horses. I've not had one. I'm not really into keeping them. I appreciate what they have done for humanity. I mean, phenomenal. So yeah, I do like it when I see people comment about the animal kingdom, and it does really sit well with me because we need to look after them as they always look after us. They really do. So yeah, spring and summer coming, guys, and just keep positive. Really, that's all I wanted to keep messaging and saying about tonight, is to remain positive with the times coming. I know the world's in disarray with all this stuff going on, whether it's usually premeditated with the so-called, should be so-called, but the real powers that be are seeing all, and just be true to yourselves. I try to do it every day. I remember one thing I said to my mother, and I might have said this, a few of you guys might have heard this in the past. Myself and my mother would always sit and talk about the spirit world. Even before I really got into the demonstrating side, we used to go along to some of the theatres. We used to go and see a few of the well-known mediums that go around the country. And yeah, we was always really very into it and talking and sharing stuff, myself and my mum. And she'd always ask me when I was going out and about over the last, say, 12, 13 years and demonstrating, she'd ask me, you know, when's her time? And I said to her, I don't know, Mother. I said, I don't think they're ready for you yet. This was, you know, back in 2017, 16, 18, and we'd have a laugh. And absolutely, Claire, Philip, if you ever get a chance to have a parrot, for me, the home is so much more of a lively and positive place. With one in, yeah, they can be a pain at times, a bit messy for some people, but yeah, they're wonderful. So yeah, and my mother passed in August 2019, and I was so grateful that she finally got to go back and see her loved ones and my loved ones' spirit side of life. Really happy for her. Obviously, we all miss our loved ones every day, and but yeah, my mum was a massive advocate for the animal kingdom. Would always do whatever she could for the donkey charities. She absolutely loved that. She'd donate to them regularly, and she'd be around every day seeing to our dogs if we were at work. Quite often there'd be eggs galore, getting fried up scrambled eggs for the dogs at lunchtimes, and yeah, so many of you would have loved ones in the spirit side of life that you can resonate with the animal kingdom. In fact, I did have a lady here about 10 minutes ago, and she's still about. I'll bring her through in a bit. So yeah, remain positive with what's going on. We all get drawn into this earthly side of life, but remember, this is your earthly body that you're in, your earthly trials and tribulations, your journey. We're all on individual journeys. But remember, it's very short-lived. Whether you get to 105, it's still going to seem quite short. And remember, you're going to walk over that bridge back to spirit and see your loved ones. And just remember, always have that in your thoughts. There's so much more to this existence than we're led to believe down here, and that your loved ones are watching you constantly and all the time. And for any of you that have not said it before, they're not bothered by when you go to the toilet, private stuff. That's no interest to them at all. So if any of you ever think that, that's not relevant. All they're doing is looking down upon us and hoping that we're giving it our best, enjoying life when you can. You can't enjoy life every single day. We're going to have these bumps in the road. So sometimes, and it's probably the reason why I'm probably going on about it, I just feel there's one or two people in the chat tonight in the room that are feeling that why they going through this at the moment, and there's got to be more to this side of life than there is, and there absolutely is, and that's why I'm babbling on about remaining positive. If you're struggling at the moment, remember your loved ones are egging you on and wishing you on, and do your best always. I always use that as my motto: do your best always. You try your best, nothing you can be asked. So yeah, wake up tomorrow morning. Spring and summer's here. Anything can go wrong at any time. Look, we couldn't get onto the church tonight. We couldn't see Peter with a Bible reading, Donna, and whoever else. It's just happens. Tomorrow comes, and you've got everything planned. Today was meant to be a day of doing bits around the house. The wife had a lot of things planned, but we went out last night to see family, and we went to we had like a trance night. Wasn't me doing it, a medium. It was an enjoyable evening, and then we get back. I don't know what time it was, half midnight, which then 1:30. So the whole day turned into doing nothing, but it was actually lovely. Some days you get them Sundays where you've got things planned and it doesn't work out, and yeah, it was lovely. Just relaxing, and we've had the puppy that you might know. I've mentioned in the past, Mavis. She's been up on the bed. Her mum, Victoria, my wife's been having a little snooze. I've been watching the TV, and Mavis, the puppy's been snoring away as well. So quite a nice afternoon. And it's the simple things, isn't it? The simple things like that. And things not always planned all the time. You have to stick to it all the time. You can divert slightly at times and enjoy a different Sunday. So yeah, that's what I've got for you tonight. It's just the word positivity for anyone in the room that's struggling. And I know there's 2 or 3 of you that are, because I wouldn't have been forced to. I could have spoken about many other things with Spirit. But yeah, we're at the time of year where most of you are going to be really looking forward to it. Daffodil's been up for weeks. You're going to have all the bluebells out soon, the woods and whatever else. And before long, if you like me, get your garden tidied up. And it might be barbecue season. You never know. And little Mavis here, she's 6.5 months old, has never seen a barbecue. I imagine she'll cotton on fairly quickly, like most of our kids do. Anyway, I'll leave you with that, and let's see where we're going to go. I've got a really busy room tonight, and I keep firing stuff in my head, and it's my job to try and control it. Rachel. So someone's on about Rachel. So it's over the month of May. It's someone on about the TARDIS. So I don't know if they mean Doctor Who or living in a TARDIS, as in not like literally. I mean like a tiny little pokey place that someone said was a TARDIS or whatever else. I don't even know what I'm talking about myself. So someone's about Rachel. I know there's a stepmum connected as well, which is weird. Stepmum connected. And I feel at the moment there's something to celebrate around whoever I'm really going to. What is all that about? I don't know. Let's see who's got what. Let's see who's got what. Lorraine Pickering, yes. The dogs love a barbecue. They're up there. They really do. Right. That's right, Sophie. Just go with the flow at times. If the day changes, then you just got to accept it. Right. So summer's on about a Rachel. There's the month of May connection. Something about a small house or TARDIS. I'm not sure if it's something to do with Doctor Who. I don't know what she's on about there. Something about stepmother. Right. Rebecca Wheeland. Okay. You can tell Rachel and May TARDIS, but it's what Rachel, Rebecca. What's this? Oh, Doctor Who connection. Linked to you or Rachel, it must be. And the May must be significant. Right, there we go. Right. I don't know. Someone was on about stepmom right at the end there. So, you watched Doctor Who as a kid. Right, come on. Let's see what we got. I understand something to do with 4, Rebecca. I'm not sure, the 4th or the 14th. I just see it flash in front of me of May. Does that make sense? 14th of May. But I know it was Rachel that was done. So Rebecca can take the Rachel as well. Because I know someone shouted out Rachel as I was there as well. Rachel, best friend growing up. So Rachel's spirit side of life, Rebecca, is she? She's over there. Spirit side of life. Right. I just know that there was the 14 I could see flash up. Hi, Kate and Mahoney. Hi, mate. Right. Do you remember, because I know the name there, but I'm being drawn to it for you, Rebecca, as well. Do you remember the TV program? I was fairly young at the time, and I imagine you might be younger than myself. Do you remember the TV program, The Thornbirds? For some reason, I'm getting that. So Rachel's this side. Okay. We won't kill her off. Okay. Do you remember The Thornbirds? For some reason, my mind's come down. I know one of the actress was called that in there. There's something to do with the Thornbirds, and I wouldn't bring it up otherwise for some reason. I don't know if it's to do with Richard, the Richard side. Richard Chamberlain's the actor, but the Richard connection for you, Rebecca as well. Does that make any sense to you, Rebecca? I don't remember. It's probably before your time. The Richard's not connected, Rebecca. Right, that's what it is. I just know as I saw the Rachel, someone was dragging me to Richard Chamberlain and the Thornbirds. And so it must be just their way of getting that through to me rather than normally shouting it in my ear. Okay. Do you know someone around you at the moment, Rebecca, that's having problems with like their stomach? Deb Clark, yeah, that's how old I am. I'll be 53 soon. So I enjoyed it as a kid. Yeah, some of the stuff we remember. Monkey Magic, there's another one for you. And if you older ones on here, like myself. So, Rebecca, do you know something about someone with problems with the stomach? And I'm not sure if it's like, they've got like colitis, colostomy problems with colostomy bag, something going on around the stomach area. Does that make sense? I'm just picking this up as well. You didn't hear that. So do you understand this one, Rebecca? To do with like stomach issues? Link directly around you, Rebecca. Chronic gastritis. Okay. That makes sense. I just know that I'm being given quite severe stomach issues. This is not like I've just had a bad curry sort of stomach issues. I know this is like an inflammation and problems. Right. Okay. That makes sense to you because I'm glad it does. That's what I was just picking up as well. Do you know Dave? I know everyone knows a Dave, but someone's on about Dave or David here for you, Rebecca, as well. I'm not sure if he's taken the mickey about being a bit of a shy guy. Oh, you was in hospital for 3 months, right? I just know that that's been mentioned. Then Spirit are aware of everything, darling. They're aware of everything that's going on. Do you know Dave or David linked to you as well, Rebecca? David in the family. Okay, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Right, and I'm just getting something going on here as well. That there was some incident going back. Do you remember this? Was someone was killed, Rebecca? Someone was murdered. I don't know if something went a bit too far. Something went on with a man in the family. Does that make sense? Something going on there, going back. Just feel there was some sort of incident going back. There are about for you. Someone taken to spirit rather quickly, if that makes sense. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Can you take that, Rebecca? And someone had a Porsche as well. There's someone going on about a Porsche. Someone had a Porsche motor, Porsche motorbike, Porsche motor car. There for you as well, Rebecca. Okay. Well, hopefully it's not you that wants to. I just know they're referencing something going on quite severe, Rebecca. If that's what they're talking about and you know what it is, then that's all well and good. Still getting this thing for you. Are you sure there's not someone dodgy in the family or a really close friend that was involved with like London villains? That makes sense, like bank robberies, car hijackings and stuff like that. Then I'd want to come out with, but I can only give you what I'm giving you. They haven't the way back, but now they can take it out. Oh, okay, I'm going to leave it there, as in what we're on about, Rebecca. As long as you know roughly what they're on about, sometimes the medium doesn't have to know. Yeah, it's all going off. I've got like people on CBs, and I know there's the CB radios and the police and all this walkie-talkie lot going on. Right, that's where we're at. That's what I expected. You and a childhood friend who made someone. That's it. I just know. Is Dad's spirit side of life, Rebecca? Does that make sense to you? I just know Dad's here, and he's on about. He's giving me this information to do with you and the family. I know it's something to do with CBs, almost like that, going on with someone that murdered someone. So you had a childhood friend that murdered someone. Dad, perfect. Okay. Well, Dad loves you very much. He's given me this bit tonight. It's my first link of the night. He's getting the old spiritual cogs moving. Anyway, there's something to do with April with you and your dad as well. That makes sense. Something to do with April. Some memory of something in April. 7th of April. Something to do with that. Somewhere in April. I know we're almost there. Or have you got something booked for the 7th of April? I don't know what it is. There's something coming up for you very soon because the 7th of April is coming around. Not too far now, is it? So it's a week or so away. Your mum's birthday's in April. Wonderful. Right. And just before your dad's going, do you remember I had this the other week, they use it sometimes. Do you remember the TV programme, Rebecca, Heidi High? Heidi High? I know your dad's waving. He wants to wave to you. But it's something to do with Heidi High. I don't know if you get that one. Between and your friend Richard's birthday, 7th of April. Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, your dad's done well tonight. He was over there hovering about. And yeah, Heidi High. Heidi High, Rebecca. That was it, Gladys Emmanuel or something. You might be too young for that one as well, mate. A lot on here, maybe. You know the woman with the dark hair. That one with the dark hair. I don't have a week coming. Whatever her name is in real life. But Heidi Hi. I know your dad just wanted to say hi. That was what it was for tonight. And That's not very nice, Dad. He wants to give you a kick up the bum, Rebecca, and I don't know what for. I don't know what for. I think he's just joking, to be fair. Gladys, you. Yeah. I've just seen his dad. I don't know if it's you. I feel like it's you. He just wants to give someone a kick up the bum. I presume it's you. You remember that program? So yeah. Anyway, your dad's off, highly high. He's said his bit, and he's giving someone a bit of a kick up the bum. So yeah, I do need a kick. Okay, well, I'm glad you're admitting to it. It's you. Okay, I thought it was because I see him like turn you around and then give you a little. Not wasn't an hard one. It was just like a little half a kick up the bum. So anyway, take your dad's kick up the bum, whatever it's worth, and I'll leave his love with you and say God bless and thanks for working with Rebecca. Right. Right, what have you got, Mum? What are you doing? Right, I know I've got Mum here for someone in the room, and I've got like I don't know if there's connections or memories to do with Spain because I've seen someone like that flamenco dance and all that sort of attire going on there as well. And I know there's a September connection. She's given me the September connection as well. This is Mum, and I feel there's two boys that need their heads knocking together. There's two boys that need their heads knocking together that are in the family. I don't know if they've fallen out or what's going on, but from Spirit Side of Life, she's not happy about this. And I feel there was something wrong with Mum's throat. It might be Mum or Dad's throat, but I know there's something wrong with the throat before passing. So it was like couldn't vocalise a lot, or throat issues, throat cancer. That's what I'm feeling. And I do feel it was cancer conditioned with Mum. I could always be wrong. That's me getting wrong at times. And I feel there's a name Claire that's linked around as well. Not necessarily Mum, but there's a Claire in the family. And something on the two boys, a September connection. Does anyone understand that? Right, good. Michelle Harris. Holmes in Spain all the time. Has there also been a Portugal thing going on as well, Michelle? Will that make sense for Portugal? I know it's next door to Spain. For some reason, I've just got Portugal as well. Your dad had problems with the throat. That makes sense. Claire's your cousin. Okay, Michelle, let's see what we can do together. Let's see what's going on in there. Am I right in saying they're both Spirit Side of Life, Mum and Dad? Does that make sense, Michelle? Am I right in saying that? So I've got about 4 in the room for you now. Right, that's why they're bringing it up then. Yeah, that makes sense now. Right. I just know there's, bear with us, Pamela, but I just feel with this throat issue, Michelle's the one. Right. Okay. It just feels right. They're both up there. Okay. Do you know someone who done like the cancer walk, Michelle? Like the is it Ben Nevis? Does that make sense? Do you know someone who went up to Ben Nevis? They're on about. But, I know I've got 4 of them in the room for you. I know Mum and Dad are here, and starry eyes. Starry, what's that? Is it Simon Garfunkel or something? Starry nights, starry eyes. I don't know if you're a bit of a star gazer, Michelle. Claire has breast cancer. Oh, crikey, it's all going off then, Michelle. It's a bit like I said earlier, where I just was aware they're on about someone walking. Sometimes I know that people do like this 3-peak challenge and go up Snowdon or whatever else. I just know that Mum and Dad are on about this walk for charity, and it feels like it was that. So if that's right, then, and I feel it was linked to like cancer as well. You're the stargazer, because do you talk to your mum, Michelle, when you're looking at the stars there? Because that's what I'm just getting the feeling as you said that there. I was aware that you were gazing at stars, something to do with stars, but I just feel you're a bit of a talker to Mama. Does that make sense? Vincent, Starry Night. Do you know, I can hear him, but a lot of the time I can't remember who it was. Don McLean Vincent. Do you understand talking to Mum? I got told off by my mum. I mean, she's about quite a lot. Another medium told me recently that I talk to spirit all the time and I don't talk to my mum enough, so I got a bit of a telling off from the spirit. There you go. You do talk to your mum, yes. Okay. Well, I think it's similar. Keep talking to your mum. Maybe you need to talk to her a little bit more. Too close for comfort. Too close for comfort. What do you mean, darling? Do you know someone in the family or directly around you had a bit of a lucky escape recently? Around about Christmas time, Michelle? Got away with something by the skin of their teeth? Could have been somewhere, close call with an accident. Just feels like there was a close call with someone in the family recently that Mum's on about. Does that make sense? That makes any sense, Michelle? Something about a close call. I don't know. I have to think that makes sense. So I have to think. You know someone that do you know someone that's got done for drink driving or almost got done for it? If that makes sense, I don't even know why I'm saying that. Something to do with drink driving. Some connection linked to yourself. Right. And I just get the feeling your mum's showing me cotton wool balls. I wait for you to say about something to do with the cars, drink driving, close missing the car, something going on there. That's what it feels like. Right, okay. Is it linked directly in the family? Because I know that mum's on about this. And I know there's something going on where your mum's got a load of cotton wool. So I'm not sure if someone's having treatment at the moment for like a skin condition linked around you. But I also feel that mum wants to wrap a load of cotton wool around you at the moment. You know, when you're a child and you get that, especially like on an evening like tonight, you have a Sunday bath before school and your mum sort of like gets you out the bath and dries you off and all that sort of feeling. I just feel like your mum wants to go back to that sort of time for you and wrap her arms around you, wrap you in cotton wool just for 5 minutes. That's what it feels like. You understand that? But is this for the skin issue? Because I just know your mum. Right. Okay. Well, your nan's going to help sort it out. She's trying to concoct the right potion so that it gets to you and your boy and her grandson. I had one of my mates growing up that suffered quite bad with spots, and it was probably hanging around until he was like 17 or 18, and that's not good for a young lad or a girl. I had a few as a kid. We all remember Adrian Mole, 13 3/4, bless him. But yeah, I just know that your nan's or your nan's aware about this skin condition going on, and well, if it ain't you, she wants to wrap you both in cotton wool. Yeah, she's reminding you of them times, almost like picking you out of the bath when you're like 4 or 5 years old, and then come on, let me dry you off, and all this sort of thing, because she remembers it, and very, very significant times in life. She's on about your mum. And she's telling me, make sure you keep talking to me because I'm listening to it all the time. But I get a bit bored because you're not talking to me enough. Like you're getting told off that I do. We keep getting different spot creams for you. No, that's not good, is it? Not good. Well, you tell him from his nan that she's watching him and she loves him very much. And even though he's got a bit of trouble with spots at the moment, he'll have to back the women away when he's in his 20s, tell him. I just know that she's going to say that never on my grandson, and he's going to be a very popular young man when he's a little bit older. So, if not already. Yeah, the Sundays were always very special. I remember them as a kid and all of you. My mum would get me in the bath and she said, if you behave yourself today, have your bath early, you can stay up for another hour. And she'd have a box of dates and we'd watch all the old programmes from Open All Hours, Sorry, some mothers do have them. And you don't appreciate them at all when you're young. You really don't. It's not till you get in your 30s, 40s, 50s or 60s and you lose your parents and you think they were great. So, oh, bless him. There you go. Maybe that's what she was trying to get through to me about the girls. So I don't think we had much problem with the girls. Yeah. Someone's dithering about at the moment. I don't know if Mum was a massive Coronation Street lover, but I've got Deirdre Barlow in my head now going, oh, just someone seems to be dithering about at the moment. So I don't know if there's a significance to Deirdre Barlow, Deirdre going on there. And I just feel someone's a bit dithery around you at the moment, Michelle. Love some others. Frank Spencer was unbelievable. Yeah, Shadell, that's awful when you lose anyone young, particularly your mum. But remember, she's watching you always, always, always. I used to take Deirdre. Oh, that's what it is. There you go. Just as your mum and dad are here, did someone work at the market? Go down the market, work at the market, love the market? Because it's weird, your mum's on about the market. I don't know if there was a market trader in the family. But yeah, she was on about, she showed me Deirdre Barlow there, someone dithering about. So that's you. That's you. Wonderful, Michelle, and really enjoyed working with your family and yourself this evening. Yeah, anything to do with the market, Michelle, or are we moving on? So if you ain't the market, it's someone else. Ta-da. Ta-da. There you go. Well, just as I'm looking, because they're always to my right, as the left as you're seeing this side, wherever we are, this side over here. They're always over here, they're normally chatting to my ear. And she was on about the market, going off to the market. And it is Sunday, isn't it? Of course it is. Anyway, your mum and your dad have not changed one bit. They remember everything and they love you more today than they did yesterday. So you can take their love and they'll see you in good time, Michelle. In the meantime, do yourself and then proud. Okay. Sam. Yeah. Really strange, guys. I've got someone about Sam, and then I'm not sure if it feels more like female Sam, but someone about Sam. And then I know in the film one of the characters are, but I know there's some sort of memory of watching the film Ghost. Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore. And some sort of memories of that. Who are you? I feel I've got a brother in the room to someone online. And I think the name Andrew is linked around as well. And something to do with the film Ghost. So if it's not significant as the actual film, I just feel that this brother has been making himself known from spirit side of life, hanging around, pushing pennies under the door, and moving keys about and stuff like that. There's somebody at the door. Oh, we've got Rod Halloween here. They've got eggs. There's somebody at the door. Maybe there's some sort of memory going on there. Anyway, There's an August connection as well linked around this man or yourself. I feel there is heart issues. There's someone here next to him. I think maybe both of them. Something's going on the heart because I know my heart just skipped a beat there. So, right, Martina's really, I can take a brother Andrew. What's his second name? Let me watch close. That'll do for me, Martina. Let's work together. Now, Martina, so you've got the film Ghost, but are you aware of activity around yourself? Because I just feel there's more to it than just the film. I feel with this connection, August connections, blah, blah. Bear with us, Jane. Had heart issues today, right? Because as I'm connecting and then was looking at you, my heart just went bump, and I just know there's something going on with heart. That's yourself, is it, Martina, having heart issues today? Right. Okay. Wonderful. And I'm picking up, Martina, that you should be either you've done some of this yourself, work with spirit, or you need to be sit in circle because I just got the feeling for that you're not a novice to this and you've had plenty of action with spirit, or certainly of late, because I just get the feeling that family, friends, and loved ones in spirit do impress themselves on you at times and give you the runaround. Perfect. That makes total sense. Right. If you're just picking up on it, you're not a novice. I didn't think so. It felt like you know what you're doing. And if you didn't, I would certainly be saying to you from what they're telling me is you need to be doing more. And you probably need to be doing more anyway. Do you know someone who was strangled, Martina? Either hung or strangulated? Male? I just know that I've got someone here that I just feel compression around the neck that pass from either strangulation or hanging. Does that make sense? Does that make sense at all, Martina? One definitely via strangulation, hanging. I just know I've got a gentleman here that wants to be known and just pop in and send his. Right. Well, I just know this gentleman didn't actually feel super close, but he just wanted to pop in and send his best. That makes sense. Just say hello to you. There you go. That makes sense at all. I don't know if Terry, you should tell me that. They'll have to pop up to me. Anyway, Terry, I'm not sure there's anything connected to, it's just an analogy, or he was connected in the past to being at sea, because he was just on about, I just saw like rough seas, rough seas all the time, and it might just be that period of time around him when life just got too much, and he couldn't take all the strong currents around him, and that was that. But anyway, he's good now. He just wanted to say hello, so he did, and something to do with rough seas. So whether there's more to it than that as well, Martina. Right. God, that's really weird. What's the June connection for you, Martina? Because I know, I'm not talking about Martina Navarrete over here, but I just know there's some sort of June connection linked around you. Is mum's spirit side of life, Martina? Would that make sense? It's awful when people take their own life. June birthday. I just know I'm being drawn around the June time for you as well. Mum and Spirit. Right. I've got a young lady here. They're showing me a young lady, you know, what are they called? Dandelions and yellow things that grow like weeds, dandelions. And I've got a young girl sitting down and she's got one of them in her hand and she's in deep thought. I'm not sure if she looks a bit upset or she's in deep thought. Really weird. Does that make any sense? Does that resonate to you at all, Martina? A young girl with this dandelion in her hand, just sitting there, and she's like looking down in deep thought. That makes sense in any way. I don't know why they're showing me that. Oh. And I suddenly, do you suffer with headaches and migraines, Martina? Because I just suddenly feel like I've got some banger. That's it. You're his little girl, and you're holding and talking about the dandelions. Well, anyway, that's just your evidence from Dad. He showed me a young girl, and you're his young girl always. You always were, and you always will be his little girl. And I just get the message from him: keep going. Your dad's on about keep going. So I don't know if it's a little bit cloudy for you at this time, Martina. A little bit rough waters for yourself. Keep going. Give it your all. You're doing well, darling. There might be some bits going on around you, but your dad is behind you 1,000,000%. Okay? You're cloudy. All right. And I don't know if your dad was quite a straight talker, Martina. And just as I'm seeing him here to the right of me, he's saying there's time for talking and there's time for doing. And now's the time for doing. Does that make sense? There's a time for talking and there's a time for doing. And now's the time for doing. Okay. Well, I'll leave your dad's love and really appreciate you working me this evening, Martina. And I'll say God bless. And yeah, hope to catch you in the future. God bless, mate. Right, what's happening here? I've got a man and a woman that are coming in the room now. And I know there was problems. I know I had this headache thing that's going away now, but I believe that one of them suffered stroke and one had like a brain aneurysm that took them to spirit. Oh. And I feel with the lady, I feel really sick. I feel really nauseous, so like I've not been well at all. And I just feel there was this build up and an illness. And then I believe I had like a sudden passing of something popped in the brain and I'm gone. I feel very nauseous prior to that. I think there's a Jeff connected as well. I don't know if there's a G or a J. It might be a J, Jeff. And someone, and I just feel that someone lost their vision to a big degree, whether it's fully gone or mainly gone, because I just feel like now I can't really see towards the end. I'm not sure if the stroke happened and affected eyesight with this gentleman. For some reason, I've got Marvin Gaye going on here as well. Marvin Gaye. That sexual healing track, but Marvin Gaye. So I don't know what that's all about. Right. Let's see where we are. Kate, mum had brain tumours, dad had a stroke. Can I work with you? Because that'll do it for me. Do you understand that? Because I know Linda lost front vision. Do you understand a bit of the vision side, Kate, going on as well? Because I know we've got Linda there as well. Crikey. Oh, it's coming back again. Okay. Right. Bear with us, guys. Let me just work with Kate. and still we're going. But if it doesn't all fit, then right. Kate, Marvin Gaye, sexual healing. Is there something in that for you? Oh, crikey. So you understand why they're playing that on the record deck for me. And what's the April connection, Kate? Do you know the April connection for either you or mum or dad? Because I know there's something. Yes, with mum. Okay. Something to do with growing strawberries or strawberry fields, strawberries everywhere. If that makes sense for you, because I've got mum's on about strawberries everywhere. Wimbledon, strawberries, growing strawberries, picking strawberries. Something to do with strawberries, strawberry fields. I don't know what's going on there. That makes sense, Kate. Crikey, I even seen someone with a strawberry nose. What, the strawberries is one of your brothers, is it, Kate? I'm trying to keep on this now. Right, mum died in April. That's your mum talking to me. That makes total sense now. Is there a younger lady in the family? What's that song? She's gorgeous. I'll do anything for you. Maybe they're trying to get through to you as well, because I just know it's all about strawberries, Linda. So just bear with us. Hurts in the Country. That's the song, is it? Hurts in the Country. I'm glad you know, because I can just hear it playing. I'm losing the track of thought now. And do you know someone who lived near the train track or repaired the train track, worked at the railway station, jumped on the track? Something to do with the railway track. Now I'm getting two things, like working on the track and then someone jumping on the track. Oh, that'll be morbid, guys, but I can only give you what I'm getting. That make any sense, Kate? What, onto the tracks? Does that make sense? Jumping. Is that what we're talking about? There's something to do with perfume around her. Okay. I can't smell since COVID. There's something to do with like strong smelling perfume. Something to do with strong smelling perfume, Kate. So I don't know if you've got new perfume or this young lady had something to do with perfume at the end or something going on with perfume. Anyway, I just know that it's a reference where she's just popping into all's well. Tried to kill himself on the train track. So you know what they're giving me. Anyway, so one jumped and died and one tried to kill themselves and back to spirit. Okay, right, as long as you know what we're talking about here. And do you know the old boy that used to be into rock and roll? And do you know William? Always smell her perfume. I just know I could smell it pungently. So that's wonderful, Kate. Just when I work with spirit at times, I can smell stuff, and that was definitely a smell of perfume that she wanted to give me for you. So if you know what that is, wonderful. You know, okay, right. Really strange here in old Kate. A lot of strange ones. I'm just trying to get my brain around it. Do you know a gentleman's spirit side of life that was a right character that had a lot of like one-liners and stuff? You know, Bill, brilliant. And do you know a gentleman's spirit side of life that was a right joker, full of one-liners? And I've just heard the line. I've heard it for quite a few years. Someone I used to know say it. I need mothering, not smothering. I don't know if you ever have heard that one, but you know, as a gentleman, he's quite a larger than life character and quite a big guy. So I'm not sure if that's Bill or Bill's still here, but I just know larger than life character over here for you as well. And someone who used to be into boxing or box themselves as well, because I'm just being shown, yeah, that going on as well. Oh, and I don't know if you need to get some bit of wood treated, or someone used to work with wood. So I don't know if you know when you stain wood and stuff like that. There's something going on about staining wood. Someone used to work with wood, stained with wood. Something like that's going on as well, Kate. So I don't know if that's going on around you now or that's a previous memory. You understand. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Anyway, hyphen. Oh. Who's the big one? Eric Morecambe. I've just seen Eric Morecambe. Morecambe and Wise, weren't there? It was the bigger one with the darker hair. Sorry, I've just seen Eric Morecambe as well pop up. My oldest brother. Very tall. Okay. Some reason Eric Morecambe pop up for you. Right. Someone loves a chip butty. I've got someone putting a load of butter in and piling the chips into like a chip butty as well now. Someone's stuffing their face with a chip butty over here. So maybe you'll remember him as well. My uncle has just had a grave chair stained it. Yeah, I just saw someone staining wood, staining that, yeah. Ain't it wonderful what the spirit world and your loved ones would do at times? Just hopefully, you can't get around to everyone, but just always know that whether it's your loved ones giving a message or not, you can always take something yourself, knowing that all your loved ones are around you. And we're all loved, each and every one of us. So absolutely, I've got no doubt whatsoever. None of us are any more important than anyone else. So yeah. That used to be my husband. What, the chip butty? Stuffing the face with the chip butty. Yeah, although someone's showing me this chip butty going in. Actually, it does seem quite appealing what I'm seeing at the moment. I could easily have one myself. But the wife doesn't like having too much bread in the house, so that won't be happening. Right, Kate. You've been sending out wishes. The last one before you go. I've got that wishing on the star coming off, and you get them things you pick out of the ground and you make a wish and you blow into them, and they go everywhere in the springtime. I don't think I've seen any yet. I can't even remember what they're called. You do it when your kids growing up, but I don't know if you made a wish recently. You have, Kate. Anyway, they're trying to concoct it up in the best way they can for you. Wishing on a star. Remember who you are. Right. Dandelions. That's it. Well done, D. Dandelions. Wishing on a star. And I know that more gentlemen tonight over here for you. And they're all behind you. They're all got your back. Did in life and did spirit and do spirit side of life. So don't give up on the wishing, because they've got your back, darling. Anyway, thanks for working with me, Kate. Hopefully you got something from that. And I say God bless. Oh, searching for so long. It's almost like I thought I had Luther Vandross walking in the room. So I think it was Luther Vandross, searching for so long. So I just feel there's some member of the family that became dislodged. Almost like the family tree, we are trying to search for people, but it's more like they went off and lost communication. And I feel I've already got a Sheila involved here, or they're taking the mick because it's Australia. And I feel there is Australian connections, because now I'm seeing all the kangaroos going around, and it feels like there's been this lost communication going on, and it feels like it might be like a brother and sister sort of thing going on. But I feel the connection is back or coming back, if that makes any sense at all. Is that Albert? Albert? Something to do with Albert? Might be Albert. Does anyone understand some lost connection, something to do with Australia, and either got back in touch or trying to get back in touch? That's what it feels like. It feels like it's a brother and sister, or there's something with brother and sister going on. I'm not sure if someone used to grow their own wine, had their own vineyard, grow their own wine. Something to do with that. You are more than welcome, Kate. More than welcome. My pleasure to work with you and yours. Always. Does anyone understand someone had their own vineyard, grew their own wine, went off to Australia, lost touch? Boomerangs coming back. Where am I? Where am I? This is a strange one. This is a strange one. What else have we got? Yeah, there's a Wayne and Charlie. Syl and Newman, my brother and I have a brother and sister, perfect. And you have step siblings and ours. Is there one of them gone a bit missing? If no one else can take it, let's work together, Celia, because this is a strange one. You can't take the wine. Lindsay, I have a sister-in-laws. So it's Wayne and Charlie. You don't have any connection with them. Is Mum's spirit side alive, Celia? Oh. Right. Oh, bear with us. Right. So I'm Celia or Kerry Jane. Oh, this is a strange link, and I've got to get to the bottom of it. Right. The ranch thing does feel. I'm not sure if I've got two lots trying to come in here now. Bear with us, Kerry Jane. Celia, can I work with you at the moment? I know there's something to do at the ranch as well. We're running out of time. So let's just see if we can do a bit there. So there's definitely something to do with the ranch or working over there, vineyards or things growing. Mum's passed over, Celia. Okay. Do you know the August connection linked to yourself or Mum? Does that make sense? Oh, you do? Yeah, okay. Brilliant. Okay, yes, all. Have you been? Have you had something where you're fasting or something, Celia? Does that make sense? Have you tried fasting, or there's something going on with a bit of a strange diet? Does that make sense? Because I just feel at the moment, I feel a bit hungry and stuff going on. I just feel I've got Mum here and she's on about this going on here now. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm trying to fight off like diabetes by you're trying to lose weight. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. Because I just feel something to do with it. Mum's on about that no willpower. Do you know what? The best thing that ever happened is I used to love chocolate. I absolutely love Cadbury's Dairy Milk, but with this palm oil thing, it's beyond a joke. And I refuse now. So I'm only touching Toblerone, which has got no palm oil in, and one or two other things. Right. Let's get this. So you're doing that. Your mum's on about cutting out sugar. Something significant, cutting out sugar, not going hungry, but cutting out sugar. Easy said than done, because most of the best stuff love sugar, but does that make sense? And is there someone around you or yourself slightly on the scale of almost being diabetic? Does that make sense? You understand? And I'm seeing a load of bills in front of me at the moment, and I just feel I'm in a little bit of a pickle. And I'm seeing all this paperwork, and I'm getting a bit of a mess with things. I'm not sure if that's directly you or directly around you, linked to your mum and the family, if that makes sense. Chocolate is life. It used to be, we had a fridge like shelf full of it, and I'm not joking. There'd always be about 30 or 40 bars in there. And I got that disgusted with the palm oil things months ago that I said to the wife, no, can't have it. It's got to go. Right, come on. Do you understand? I'm just seeing all these like letters and stuff. Celia, does that make sense? I'm not sure if it's you or a gentleman linked around you that's got in a bit of a pickle at the moment. There's a lot of stuff coming on. It just feels like a bit of a nightmare part of life at the moment. Does that make sense? So you have a lot of paperwork. I'm just seeing it on the desk, and I'm thinking, crikey, you know. Sometimes, you know, your brain can't take any more, and I'm actually getting a bit stressed out of all this stuff. Too much of it's just not good. I don't mind a little bit, but I normally use my hands for work. Okay. Right, and I can't get away from this, Celia. There's a gentleman linked around you. Your mum's on about. So there's a gentleman linked around you where there's something going on a little bit not quite right financially. So you're the work side of this paperwork that's in front of me, and it looks all like, I can do about this. But there's something going on with a gentleman that's not got his financial affairs right at the moment, or got himself in a pickle. All things are coming at once and whatever. Does that make sense? If not, and I don't like ever saying leave it and you'll find out, because I don't like that. I like to be evidence what they're telling me, but I know there's definitely something going on about a financial side to link with a gentleman. Got himself in a bit of a pickle. You don't know. Okay. Watch out for that one, and I don't like leaving it like that. That's not me. But something going on financially with a gentleman. Dark hair, darkish hair, dark brown. I just feel that there's something going on there. Okay. And do you know the cat in spirit, Celia, linked to yourself or mum? Or does a cat pop up? That makes sense. I just know there's a cat here for you that just suddenly pops up. And I thought we might have more animals tonight, but he's just popped up for you. I'll just go over there. I can't say that. That's a joke. I just feel I've got another practical joker over here. So I don't know if you know the gentleman that's linked to yourself that just was one-liners. Because as I said, there's a cat here for you. He went, oh, say meow. And so I just know there's a gentleman over there who was a little bit of a practical joker that's linked to yourself. Let's try and have a wind up with me as well, if that makes sense. And I know that there's a gentleman over here. Oh, and I think I've got a lady as well. Do you know when you get a real build up on the chest, like pneumonia? You cannot take a practical joker. Well, okay. Someone's trying to have a laugh at me here. Do you know the lady that had pneumonia or something to do with the chest that took them to spirit side of life? Because I just know now that I'm really congested and not right. That's what it feels like as well. Yeah. Okay. That's good because I know that she's in the room with me as well. Right. You're on. All right. What's that? What are you doing? Right. Okay. I don't know if this means anything to you. You know, Robbie Williams. I'm just hearing it. Through it all, I'm loving angels instead. So I don't know if that means anything to you. I know from Mum and Aunt over there. I don't know if there's some link to that song or something to do with an angel there for you as well. But I just know that that's playing on the spiritual record deck for you there, Celia. I don't know, it's quite a well-known spiritual record, but that's what is going on there. Does that make any sense? Through it all, right, that makes sense. Are you still there, Celia? Okay. Right. I'm just going to see if we can do one quick one. Celia, God bless. Thanks for working on me. Hope you got something from it. I just feel I've got to quickly move on for a quick one. Who's the lady earlier that I had there? Right. Because I've got a gentleman here and I can't stop my hand shaking. I know that I've got Parkinson's and I had dementia before passing as well. I think it was his grandfather to someone in the room. And yeah, who is that? Who is that? Yes, yes, I still see it. No, right, I've got John here, Grandad. I know there's a John Link, Grandad. I know he's been passed a while. I know I've got Parkinson's with this gentleman. I had quite a bit wrong at the end. I was on more pills than a physician could give me. And I know that I lost the marbles a little bit before the end, but it's definitely, I've got a lot of shaking going on here. There's a John connection as well. Does anyone know Grandfather Spirit Side of Life? Definitely shaking, Chloe. Yeah, I know that I couldn't stop my right hand shaking. His dad's got Alzheimer's, and we were just obviously linking there, Celia. You don't know about the Parkinson's, Celia, do you? Because it could be linked. I just thought I was breaking with you there. You wouldn't understand that, would you? With the shaking. Right. Okay. Right. Dawn, it is you, because a minute ago, just as I was trying to do, I heard Dawn in my head, and I know you're there before, but someone said Dawn. Can I quickly work with you, Dawn? Let's just quickly work together, Dawn, and see what we can do before Rob has to bring this to a close. So you can take John shaking. He was a granddad. So your granddad was a healer. That makes sense. That makes sense. So your granddad Dawn was a healer within the. Yes, yeah, of course. Okay. So granddad was a healer. Now he just felt like he wanted to gate crash at the end there, just to get something in. Now, come on, mate. Come on. Are you running around like a maniac at the moment, Dawn? This just makes sense. I just feel at the moment you're. Yeah. No, he does, and I know he just wanted to pop in as I was about to finish. He just wanted to get these little. And if he ever used to give you 2p pieces, but I've just seen 2p pieces, like copper coins there as well. don't know if you used to say them, we used to give you them 2 pieces. And come on. Yeah, I just feel it running around a little bit, and I just think that you need to start. It's something to do with August coming for you, Dawn, and I'm not Deirdre, and I don't like doing that sort of stuff. But Grandad's on about something coming around for you in August. So am I right in saying you dabble a little bit within this yourself? Because normally, if you've got people healing or mediumistic side of the family, you continue it to some degree, and obviously you're in a spiritual form tonight. Right. And it's really weird that they give you 2 pences, and obviously these days you want a bank transfer or you want a £20 note, but it's just a load of coppers here for you. So quite a shiny one, some of them. There's something to do with August, Dawn, and he's impressing on me August and September. So I just feel that this is within you, this is what you do, Dawn. But there's something to do with August and sort of beginning of September for you as well. So I don't know if there's an event coming up or there's something specific. Wonderful. Well, nice to meet you, Dawn. So do you know what the August and going into September is, what your granddad's going on about? Because I just feel there's something. The 2p machines. Yeah, that's it. They were great in the day. And the old £1 note, the green £1 note, because you had a couple of them, go to the chippy. You could buy the shop new. Do you know that what the August going into September is that Grandad's on about? So I don't know if there's something coming around for you, whatever it is, something booked up, you've got an event happening, going away, but something, I just feel something August, September is on about. Do you know Jim Jeffries or Jim Jeffries, Mr. Jeffries, Jim Jeffries, Jim Jeffries? Does that make any sense? Jeffries, Jim Jeffries, Jim? And someone's got a bad back as well, Dawn. So I don't know if that's yourself. Jeffries, Jim Jeffries. Doesn't make any sense at all, you, Dawn. There's a Jim in the family, right? I know I heard that and something about Jeffries. It feels like it's the surname to someone, so maybe you'll recall that later on. Right, come on, so what else have we got? Do you know someone that had a small horse or donkey? Because I just feel there's a small horse or donkey that's got a bit of straw in its gob, and your granddad showed me this as well for some reason. I don't know if this is a memory of being at the seaside or someone had the small horse donkey because there's a male one over here going on. Does that make sense? That makes sense, Dawn. Some sort of memory with granddad, the donkey, small horse. Who had the donkey? Memory of the donkey, had the donkey, fed the donkey. I feel someone's mucking them out. I can smell like, when you're mucking out the yard. Oh, does that make any sense to you, Dawn? It's a bit of a stench in the room. That might be what it is. That might be what you're showing me. And I'm still smelling, so I can accept that, what you're showing me, but I just know someone's mucking out the stables as well. Someone mucking out the stables, Dawn. Does that make any sense? Because I am going to wrap up in a minute. Right, okay. They were nanas, and she would go mad if you touched them. Nanas. Ah, gotcha. Right. That's it. There you go. And you'd think me being Irish or Irish parents, I'd have got that, but I just know I'm mucking out, and there's something to do with like the farm and smelling, and just yeah. And I just know there's something going on around you, Dawn, where you need to get out. You need to get rid of some rubbish. That makes sense. Oh, I can still smell this hay and manure, and it's in the bedroom. Granny's out to take the manure away of him, but I can't smell, but I can smell and taste it like I used to. Yeah. You need to get rid of some rubbish. That's all right. As long as you know what your granddad's on about, that's fine. Because he's still mucking out. There's still stuff going on here, and you can take it with him. So you understand that. So your granddad's message tonight is to get rid of the rubbish. Get rid of it. Do yourself justice and throw the rubbish out. Get rid of it. And he's adamant, throw the rubbish out. Get rid of it and throw the rubbish out. I hope it helps you, Dawn. Nice geezer, the old granddad, and yeah, I can feel the Irish sort of side now as well. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, definitely, because it's literally, I could smell and taste it. It was that putrid in here. I could taste it on him and my tongue like the manure and all that. Anyway, thank you, Dawn. Hopefully you got something from that. And Grandad's still around checking on you. Not all the time, he says, but just making sure that you're all right and you're heading in the right direction. But get rid of that rubbish, which you know about. Anyway, really appreciate working with you all tonight. Guys, and I'll see you again in the near future and in church, and do your best. But thanks for working with all of you, and I'll see you soon.
Oh, thank you, Martin. God bless. That was a lovely evening. Thanks for that extra message there. Let's go across to Frank's cards, and we'll come back to you for a closing prayer, if that's all right. Okay, friends. Well, look, thanks for staying with us tonight and for joining online. Frank from our church draws 3 cards each week with an uplifting thought for the week ahead, because obviously we can't get round to everyone in the evening. So let's see what Frank has for us this week.
Good evening. Our first crystal this evening is the citrine, and with that we have the card for the white dove. In their serene and gentle presence, white doves often represent peace, purity, and spiritual awakening. This card reminds us of the importance of inner peace and harmony. With their tranquil nature and soothing coos, doves teach us to cultivate a sense of calmness and serenity within ourselves, even amid life's most chaotic times. They encourage us to let go of anger, fear, and resentment, and to embrace forgiveness, compassion, and love. White doves are also symbolic of purity of spirit and innocence. Their pristine white feathers and graceful presence suggests that we should approach life with a sense of openness and innocence, free from judgment and prejudice, remembering that true purity comes from the heart as we strive to live authentically and with integrity. The dove says you are radiating calmness and serenity to all around you. It asks that you release tension and embrace the tranquility of the present moment, and says your heart is filled with peace and your mind with ease. And our second crystal is the amethyst. With that, we have the card for the butterfly. The butterfly is about change and trusting the process. With their delicate wings and graceful flight, butterflies offer profound spiritual lessons. In many cultures, butterflies are symbols of change, transformation, and freedom. They remind us of the inevitability of change and the beauty that comes from it. Through their metamorphosis from caterpillar to butterfly, they teach us that change is a natural and necessary part of life. They encourage us to embrace change with open hearts and minds, knowing that it can lead to growth, renewal, and transformation. Butterflies also symbolize freedom and liberation. In their ability to soar through the air with grace and ease, they inspire us to release ourselves from the constraints that may be holding us back and to embrace the vastness of possibility. They urge us to recognize that freedom comes from within as we cultivate the courage to spread our wings and explore new horizons. This butterfly says, release all that no longer serves you. Welcome in new beginnings with open arms. Trust in the process of change, knowing that it will lead to greater freedom and liberation. You are free to create the life you desire, embracing the endless possibilities that lie before you. And our third crystal is the rose quartz. With that, we have the card for the raven. The raven is about prophecy and intuition and embracing the uncertainty. Respected in many cultures for their intelligence and mystique, ravens offer profound spiritual teaching. With their keen sense of perception, ravens symbolise the importance of tapping into your inner knowing. They teach us to trust the subtle whispers of our intuition and to follow the guidance of our inner voice. In folklore and mythology, ravens are often associated with prophecy, intuition, and wisdom. They are seen as messengers from the spirit world, delivering messages from the divine. Ravens' presence in our lives may signify that we are on the right path or that important insights are about to be revealed. This card encourages us to pay attention to synchronicities and signs from the universe, trusting that they are guiding us towards our greatest good. The raven also reminds us that endings are often followed by new beginnings, and that transformation is an integral part of our spiritual journey. The raven says, see and think clearly. Listen to the whispers of your intuition with an open heart and mind, and be aligned with your truest and highest and most authentic self. 3 cards there tonight, all about advice on accepting change, transforming, moving on, and being prepared to have the courage to take the next challenge that is coming. Thank you for listening.
Lovely. Thank you, Frank. Okay, friends, well, look, let's bring tonight's service to a close. We'll go back to Martin for a closing prayer, and then I'll play the closing Vesper, Grant us thy peace, as we do every week. Thank you, Martin.
Cheers, Rob. All right, guys. God bless. And if you'd like to join me in the closing prayer. Divine Spirit, Father God, we give thanks for this evening, for the coming together and the love and the memories shown, knowing that all our loved ones are merely just a thought away, wishing us on, egging us on in life to try our best. For if we try our best, nothing more can be asked. Until next time, good night, God bless, Amen.
Well, a very big thank you to Martin Quigley for taking our service tonight. It's always great to have you with us, Martin, and we really appreciate those extra messages you gave at the end there. Thank you also to our medium in church tonight. Unfortunately, we couldn't connect to church, but I have seen on the cameras everyone leaving the building all looking happy, so there's no problems there. Obviously, just a tech issue. Our medium in church tonight was Elaine Gerald. I hope you had a good evening in church, Elaine. Thank you to Donna and Frank in church for taking care of things there. Thank you to Peter for the Bible reading in church, and thank you to Frank for the cards at the end of tonight's service, the animal cards there. Thank you all for joining online. I see many familiar names, Linda, Karen, Margaret, Claire. Really great that all of you guys support us week in, week out. And anyone new tonight, you're very welcome as well. I hope to see you back here again. We'll be back here on Sunday at 6:30 again. But until then, have a great week and take care. Good night.